join, so we don't do repetition all the time. All right. So now, well, I'm gonna play this record, and it's gonna show you the basic topics that you're going to, learn as a beginner in the crypto space. Okay. And let me also make this very clear too. We are not talking about crypto investment right now. Okay, we are talking about having knowledge about the crypto space and how you can really take advantage of it. Okay, so that's what this session is pretty much all about. Okay, so now for those who are, I think I need to mute this person. Yes, I've done that. Right, so now I'm going to play it. So
Hi guys, it's your boy Crypto Jeks. I want to welcome you to Jeks Crypto Academy. This academy is designed for people who wish to begin their crypto journey. I'm talking about people who have little or no knowledge about the crypto space, people who really don't understand what is going on in the crypto space. They've heard about Bitcoin, they've heard about other crypto assets, but they haven't really figured out what's really happening in this space, and they wish to begin their journey. So this academy is for people of that nature. I'm not saying that anybody cannot take this course, but what I'm saying is, those who are starting from scratch will find this academy more important, because it is designed to help everyone, virtually everyone, begin their journey in the crypto space, as we take you through from the history of money and then show you everything everything you need to know about the history of money. The truth is, there is this saying that before you go into anything, it is always advisable to study that kind of thing first. For instance, if you want to go into a business, you might do yourself a favor by taking some time to study that business, at least have some basic foundational knowledge of the business before embarking in such business, or before investing in such business. You're going to save yourself a whole lot of trouble. All right, so the same thing applies to the crypto space. So for those who are just beginning their journey, who are they just want to start from step one to where the crypto space is currently, this is a good way to begin your journey. Now, when you come across some other crypto-related projects, some other crypto-related courses, they assume a lot. They assume that you already know, okay? But in most cases, most people do not know, all right? So that is why we have taken our time to create such kind of academy that will help beginners to begin their journey into the crypto space. Trust me, you're going to enjoy this space. And even those who have somehow gotten into the crypto space but are still confused about one or two things about how some certain things are and why they are not really making meaningful progress in the crypto space, then this course is also for you. So you might have heard about some of the things you see here, especially in the beginners course. So you just have to, skip whatever you think you already know and go ahead, because I can assure you, you're definitely going to learn a whole lot in this course. So share this course with your friends. As you learn, let them also join you to learn. So we're going to welcome you to this academy by beginning with the history of money. We'll tell you everything about the history of money. We'll tell you about the major events that have happened over the years, even before we were born. All right. And from there, we'll take you into, what is blockchain, what is cryptocurrencies, how do they relate with each other, and then we go into trading. All right. So if you want to make money in the crypto space, you need to understand what money is all about. Then you need to know how does it function. Then you have to understand how you can trade it for a successful venture. All right. So as we begin this course, sit back, take your pen and your paper, and just keep learning. Don't forget, if you have any questions, you can always send a message to our support email, and your question will be answered. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very much for your time. So we are going to begin with this basic presentation. So for us, looking at the beginner level, we have looked at the three major areas to actually strengthen every beginner. to begin their journey in this space. All right. I'm going to mute those who are actually not muted. Okay. So now, the three major areas is one is the evolution of money, right? When you understand the evolution of money, you perhaps is likely going to understand why your monetary system, it doesn't matter what country you live in this world of today, all right? You are going to understand why your monetary system is the way it is. These are things that are off the traditional curriculum because it was not designed for everyone to understand it, okay? The system is not designed to show you anything about money, okay? It is designed to take you through an educational system which end up giving you a paper to go look for job to do in relation to whatever you've learned, right? Nobody teaches you how money came about, all right? How you can actually position yourself well to be able to access this thing called money, right? This paper with the faces of dead people, all right, which determines a lot of things about your life, okay? You need to understand how these things work. Okay, so that is why we'll take you through the history of money. And when we're done with that, we now go into the concepts of blockchain and cryptocurrency and how you can benefit from it. All right. So when you understand these two basic concepts, then you will now take into the trading aspect. How can you trade these digital assets? And trading ranges from both fiat system and also to every digital asset. So we train you from the fiat system, which is the traditional fiat system, digital traditional fiat system. And when you understand the fiat system trading, then you can now go into the decentralized asset trading. Okay, it's a step by step. So those are the three major steps. Okay, so let's take it one step at a time, and the topics we're going to be looking at in all these areas. So I'm going to play this. All right. So this is module one. So for every beginner, the module one is the history of money, how it all started, where we are today, and the world's future currency. All right. This piece of information have changed the life of so many people. All right. It have changed the life of so many people. For instance, imagine if you were aware if you had this knowledge about money in the early 2010 and 2011. What it means is that you would have benefited from buying Bitcoin when it was as low as $0.03, right? You would have benefited from it. But why did you miss Bitcoin at that very low price? And today you're struggling to buy one Bitcoin at almost $30,000. The only reason why the only reason why you missed Bitcoin was because you didn't have knowledge about money. All right. So, and that is why you need to try to avoid between now and 2030. You can't afford to live in a world without understanding the monetary system. In the next 10 years, a lot is going to change. A lot is changing already. Okay. So, as a beginner, you want to understand the history of money. This is off traditional school curriculum. They don't teach you all these things in your school. Even those who did banking and finance and economics, they only give you some very few tips. All right. It is all deliberate. It is deliberately designed and structured that way. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to be looking at is the investment opportunities in the crypto space and how to assess them. All right. Like I said, there is enormous opportunities in the crypto space, but the problem with most people is how to actually assess them, how to actually know which investment is actually worth investing in and which one is actually worth ignoring, because there's a whole lot of there's a whole lot of Ponzi's in the crypto space, right? But even irrespective of that, people still make good money in the space. All right. So you need to know which investment to put in. Somebody put in $27 on a coin called Pepe. All right. Just 3-4 weeks ago. Okay. $27. He made over $16 million in less than 1 month. It only happens in the crypto space, right? So those are some of the things you need to learn. Okay. Now, So when you understand the investment opportunities in the crypto space, then you now look at the advantages of cryptocurrency over the fiat system. Why? Because now you're already used to the fiat system. Okay. So as a beginner, you might want to ask yourself, what is the advantage of this cryptocurrency? Why should I still be holding, why should I still be taking this thing seriously? Right? You need to understand that. When you understand that, when you understand the advantages of crypto over the fiat system, what it does is that it strengthens your resolve. It strengthens your confidence in the crypto space. For some of us who have been in this space for some time, some of the things we've been telling people in the last 5 years, 6 years, even 7 years, which they didn't really figure out, some of them today are beginning to understand that, wow, this is actually what it is, right? But why did we stay so strong in what we defended? Because I remembered in 2017, January, all right, when Bitcoin was around 2016, December towards 2017, all right? One Bitcoin was around $700, $650, down to $800, right? And I did analysis. I told those who, were learning from me then, I told them, once Bitcoin crosses $1,200, it will never come back there again. All right. So some people thought it was a joke. All right. But that's exactly what happened. That very year, before the end of January in 2017, one Bitcoin moved from $800 to about $21,000. Right. So it was as if, it was a magic, but it's not. It is just that understanding of the space. Okay. And since that time up till now, Bitcoin has never gone back to $1,000 again. And it will never go back there. Why? Because every day, people are beginning to understand the power of blockchain, the power of freedom, the power of decentralization. If you've ever had if you've ever had a challenge of accessing your money through the traditional fiat system, your own money, which you put into the bank, if you've ever had challenges of trying to access your own money freely, the same way you took it to them, right? You will value blockchain. Nobody will tell you the difference, right? So when you begin to taste the power of decentralization, where you can have your own funds, even in your smartphone, with your private key, and you can spend your money and have value anytime you like without even accessing or calling any customer care or anybody. When you begin to enjoy this aspect of life, you will never be able to leave blockchain again or decentralization. And there's a whole lot in this space. For those who are going to be going through this journey, there's a whole lot of ways you can actually enjoy in this space. Okay, so now we're also going to look at the relationship between cryptocurrencies and the blockchain technology. For most beginners, they don't understand the difference. They hear cryptocurrency, they hear blockchain, they don't even know how does these two things relate. Do they work together or are they a separate entity? All right. So all these things this course will help you break it down so that you can understand and connect the dots. Because once you can connect the dots, like I said, it increases your confidence and your resolve in a decentralized ecosystem, right? So that is what you're going to learn in module 1. Okay. Now in module 2, you are going to learn how to make short-term, mid-term, and long-term investment in the crypto space for maximum profit. All right. There are some particular projects in the crypto space which requires just short-term. All right. You don't need to spend so long in such projects. There are some that requires medium term, right? And there are some that requires what? Long term. When you make the decision, you expect to reap the reward in the next 2-3 years, maybe in the next 4-5 years. For instance, for those who are mining Zen, right? For some of us who are mining Zen, okay? If you're mining Zen, I mean, you should know that Zen is not a short-term investment, right? Zen is a long-term investment. All right. Most of the people who have activated Zen mining, they are expecting to get their rewards. I mean, some of the incubation period for the release of the Zen token, some in 3 years' time, some in 2 years' time, some in 4 years' time, some in 5 years' time. But the truth is that the ecosystem is growing And the team behind the ecosystem is building and introducing more and more advanced decentralized applications. So that is all you need to know. So when you understand that you have a team that is building on a particular blockchain and you make a long-term decision, you will wake up in the next 5-10 years and you'll be okay, right? So you need to know which particular projects to make such decision on and which ones to make very quick decision on. Maybe you want to hold this for the next 1 month. So we're going to walk you through all that. Okay, we'll walk you through how to create a secured wallet, because we've realized that a whole lot of beginners in the crypto space actually lose money a lot. Either they try sending a coin to a wrong address, or they try sending to a wrong chain, or they cannot protect their assets in their wallets, and before they know it, they fall victim of social engineering and phishing, and then their coins are gone. Right? So we're going to teach you how to, create a secured wallet and how to protect it, how to protect your assets for Bitcoin and other altcoins in their respective blockchains, how to interact with different chains. Some people still don't know how to interact with different chains. And if you don't know how to interact with different chains, there's every likelihood that you're going to lose money. One day you go and send $10,000, instead of you to use TRC20, you go and use ERC20. Once you click on send, it is gone forever. And we're going to show you why it is gone forever. Some people don't know why it is impossible to recover coins in the blockchain. Some people don't know why. They just know they said it's impossible. Why is it not possible? Like the way if you mistakenly transferred money to a wrong number, you can call your banking support and they can trace the money and bring it back to you with time. Why is it not possible in the crypto space? You're going to find out in this course, because we're going to break down the entire architecture and show you how things work behind the scene. All right. So you're going to also learn how to set up a secured account in numerous cryptocurrency exchanges across the globe. So you set up different accounts and be able to trade on different exchanges. All right. Okay. So that is what you're going to learn in Module 2. Now for Module 3, you're going to learn how to trade. That is when the trading aspect starts. Okay. Let's go back to Module 3. So Module 3, we're teaching you how to trade, not just only Bitcoin, but with other altcoins. So after you've learned how to set up your accounts on exchanges, protect it, then it's time to start trading some of these coins, right? So that's when you begin to learn on Module 4. All right. So you're going to learn how to trade Bitcoin and other altcoins on major exchanges like Bittrex. All right. Binance, KuCoin, Sex.io. There's a whole lot of other exchanges, major exchanges. Okay. But one thing about learning how to trade on exchanges, once you master how to trade on one exchange, you can easily trade on another exchange. Why? Because they have these similarity features. All right. They have almost everything is almost the same, but in different way. Okay, so once you master how to trade, how to interact with a particular cryptocurrency exchange, there's every likelihood that if you meet a newer exchange, all right, even if it's your first time of bumping into that exchange, you'll be able to navigate your way through. So you need this knowledge, because if you cannot navigate your way through any exchange, whatever you're doing, you're taking risk. You can even place the wrong trade without knowing. You can even move into leverage trading and thinking you are still on spot, and you will lose your money or make money. It depends on how the market goes. So when you want to begin digital cryptocurrency trading, you must have been groomed on how to understand technical analysis and fundamental analysis. What drives the market? Where do you see the important information that makes you make decisions? What can you see in the chart? And you will know that, man, this guy is going to drop today. I just need to sell and go to sleep and wake up tomorrow morning and check. And you will see the long red candle pumping for you a lot of profit. So how can you see that? You need that knowledge. You need to be able to know when to buy a particular cryptocurrency and when to sell them. So that is where the trading aspect happens. And even in the trading, there's a whole lot of other types of trading that we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you B2B, teach you P2P, teach you, a whole lot of stuff. How can you make money on a daily basis? If you have your fiat currencies, irrespective of what country you're coming from, you have your fiat currencies sitting idle right there in your bank account. Nobody told you that you can actually use your local fiat currency, and buy digital assets and still have back your local currency with profits in it. which the traditional banking system cannot give you. So you can put your local currencies to use. All right? It is even far different from what I just explained, which is leverage trading. So when you get to P2P trading, you can actually make use of your local assets. Instead of it to lie idle, you can put it to use by learning when to buy and when to sell. You buy low, you sell high. All right? You take the difference. You can do that over and over again, 24/7, uninterrupted market. Right? So also, before you go into the trading itself, we begin from giving you an intro to the Forex trading. Because the truth is, trading started from Forex, foreign exchange trading, right? So when you have that brief knowledge and you bring that analysis into the crypto space, you are likely going to do very well. So if you bump into the crypto space and just start learning to trade from the crypto space, you might not be as professional as someone who is already used to analyzing markets using MT4 or MT5, for instance. So when you master the use of these other digital asset platforms, and then you bring that knowledge into an exchange, into a cryptocurrency exchange platform, you have more than 80% chances of predicting the direction of the market than a traditional person, right? So that is the advantage that you have, okay? All right. So now I'm going to mute those who are making noise. Okay. So that is why we take you through the Forex trading aspect, a little bit of options, stock trading, and also how you can apply profitable, technical, and fundamental analysis into your trading. When you have this foundational knowledge on these areas that we've talked about, right, you will better know how to analyze markets. So when you bring this knowledge into trading the crypto space, you are 85 to 90% better than someone who never went through this basic knowledge, right? Because you can infer, you can see to a very high extent what direction the market is going, to a very high extent, all right? You can know when the market is tired of buying. You can know when the market is tired of selling. You can see these things. You can be able to play around very well with the time frames and with other very, very strong indicators. All right. You'll be able to know how to, use lagging indicators and know how much they lag. So if, for instance, if you know that an indicator lags by maybe 2 or 3 or 4 candles, you should know when to, if you're using such kind of indicator, you will know when to enter the market. So that before the 4 lagging candles, you're already in profit. So you're going to learn all these things in the introduction in the module 3. Okay. Now, after then, we'll now take you into Ethereum blockchain. This is more like an intro. Okay. We'll look into Ethereum blockchain. We'll look into dApps, which we call decentralized applications. All right, we look into smart contracts and also decentralized finance. DeFi is a very important aspect of the crypto space today. Okay, so DeFi is simply decentralized finance. It's more like we doing the opposite, like everything we do in the traditional financial system, like lending, insurance, real estate, everything we can do using the traditional financial system. You can do it on the DeFi platform. So here you have different decentralized applications or different DeFi applications running on various blockchains. Okay, some of them are for instance, we have Compound. Some of them are for loan. Some of them you can, like FinTouch, for instance, is making use of a DeFi, which is a lending platform. So here you have smart contracts, which has been designed, to actually match one or two others to fulfill a certain purpose. So for average beginners who might have been hearing smart contracts, what is it all about? Contract is contract. It's an agreement between 2 or more people, right? But when it becomes smart, what it means is that it is no longer physical or paper written contract. It is now digital written contract, coded contracts. And for some of us who understand a bit of coding, it's all about, making a decision that if this and this happens, let this happen. If this and this does not happen, let this not happen, right? So that is what it's all about. And we're going to go deeper into it. So we'll take you through Ethereum blockchain, the basics of Ethereum blockchain, why Ethereum blockchain is very important in the crypto space. All right. Also, we'll show you some things about the Bitcoin algorithm, what Satoshi was trying to achieve since 2008. All right. So you're going to have this knowledge and it's going to shape the way you see the crypto space. When you have the right foundational knowledge, you actually have more confidence in the crypto space, irrespective of the field, irrespective of the everything thrown at the crypto space by the centralized systems. They spent 10 years, all right, trying to talk down on Bitcoin. Okay, but what happened is that 10 years later, Bitcoin became the most performing asset across the world. It performed better than any. Sorry, I have a couple of people on the waiting room. I understand time difference is an issue. All right, that is why some people are just joining now. The time difference, in depending on where you are across the world, the time differs. Okay, so that's why we're making the recording of this session, so that you can go through it later. You just need to get back to us on the WhatsApp platform and tell us you were not able to grasp everything, and we can send you the video so that you can actually go back to it. Okay, so we are actually in module 3. What we are discussing today is what you are going to benefit as a beginner when you begin this journey. The whole essence of what we are doing is to give you the foundational knowledge about cryptocurrencies and blockchain so that you can be able to know the next thing to do. Because like I said, everything about the payment system is going digital. Even the current CBDCs being issued by different central banks across the world, they are just trying to be a bit, digital. But we said one thing: if you want to make it transparent, if you want to take that power or that centralization out of it, put it on the blockchain. Let's see how it will do. All right. So, but they can't do that because they want to be able to control your entire life. Okay, that is all we're talking about in module 3. So you're going to learn how to navigate your way through trading these digital assets. Do you know that some people, they just trade one digital asset every day and they are fine, right? So you're going to learn these basics in this training. We're going to show you how to learn these things. And we're going to brief you through the Ethereum blockchain, smart contracts, decentralized finance, and other things you need to know. Okay. In module 4, we'll be looking at how to identify social engineering related attacks. We've seen a whole lot of newbies. Even sometimes, for those of us who have been in the space, sometimes if you're not careful, you can get ripped off. All right. So, so what we're saying in module 4 is that we're going to teach you how to identify social engineering related attacks. And I was trying to cite an example of recent messages being sent. Sometimes you can see a message in your email that says you have won maybe 0.1 Bitcoin. Sometimes they send those messages with Google Forms. All right, they use Google Forms to send those messages. Okay, they tell you you have won 0.4 BTC. Because you participated in a certain airdrop sometime last year and you've not been able to check that airdrops. All right. And if you've been among these cliques who have been clicking different airdrops from at one point in time, you might want to believe that, well, maybe it's because of this airdrop I clicked sometime, someone sent me a link. All right. And once you click on their link, that link that they sent you, once you click on that link and connect your MetaMask, every coin on your MetaMask is going to be wiped off within a second. Once you click on that link and link it with your MetaMask, that's all. So these are some of the social engineering related attacks that a lot of people have suffered from. It happens. If you connect your Trust wallet, everything you have is gone in a few minutes. So you need to know how to, differentiate these messages. You need to know how to protect yourself, because it is not enough to be in the crypto space. If you've seen anyone who have been in this space for a while, who have actually made meaning out of this space, it is not rocket science. It is years and years and years of practice and learning, sometimes learning the hard way. So some of us never had this opportunity for people to hold our hands and say, let's guide you through this technology. Some of us actually lost thousands of dollars. All right? We learned the hard way. And that is why we're doing everything we're doing to be able to help people who are just beginning. Because if you don't learn the basics and the foundation, you're going to lose a lot of money in the space before you come into doing the right thing. You're going to fall into a lot of Ponzi schemes because it's always going to look so true. And it's always going to look so difficult to ignore, right? But if you have the foundational knowledge, you can spare yourself of some of these potholes. That is why you need to learn. Very, very important. So you're going to learn how to differentiate between scams and genuine blockchain projects. All right? They are genuine blockchain projects that are really, really genuine. How do you know them? Right? What are the criteria? How can you test the back end? How can you check the liquidity pools? To be able to know that, okay, these guys really have enough liquidity to actually drive this business. So all these things are very important for you as a beginner. If you ignore all these things, you're gonna force yourself. Somebody will just send you one coin and say, oh, this coin is gonna do well, go and buy. And then boom, you go buy. And some of those coins, when you buy it, you can't sell it back. Your money is gone, man. You call them rug pulls. You've just been robbed. All right. So to avoid being robbed, you need to have the foundational knowledge. You need to be able to check. Okay, before I buy this coin, let me check the smart contract. Let me check if it is actually validated on the blockchain. Let me go and check if the liquidity is actually real. You know, there's a lot of things you need to check behind the scene. You need to check, okay, how is this, for instance, if it's on the Binance Smart Chain network, you have to check, how is this coin delegated? Is it inflationary or is it deflationary? Who and who is holding? Where? You can even check the developer's wallet. How much of the percentage of this coin, if it is pre-mined, how much of it is he holding? You know, so you can do all these checks before you make a decision. So these are the foundations that most people ignore. When they buy coins they can't sell, or they buy coins they get rug pulled, they think crypto space, oh, it's all about Ponzi's, it's not real. But everything is real in the crypto space, man. Everything is real. You're just in the wrong path. So that is why we're doing what we're doing, taking our time out of our very, 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 very busy schedule. For some of my students, they don't even know that I'm a data analyst. You know, I'm a data analyst. So we are always busy analyzing data using different languages like Python, Power BI, Tableau. So it's a whole lot of work for us, but we still create our time to talk about this aspect of technology because blockchain is changing everything. It's changing everything. And for some people, they don't understand that blockchain is not about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is like a pinch and hinge of blockchain. Blockchain is applicable to virtually every facet of life. I was telling someone the other day, if we want to stop, I need to mute this person. I have to mute you, sorry. So I was discussing with some students the other day that if we want to stop electoral malpractice in Africa, where it is highly rampant, we just need to deploy blockchain into our electoral system. Because when we deploy blockchain, what it means is that once you click on the application, you scan your face and the system picks your face and you choose who you want to vote for by virtue of you clicking. Once you click and submit, a transaction hash will be generated for you on the blockchain. So if we build a private electoral blockchain where everyone who has voted has a hash attached to his name. You can even vote while in your house. You can vote while you are sleeping. You don't need to go queue somewhere to vote. Once you vote, there's an hash assigned to you. Your face has already been captured. All right? So you cannot do it, you cannot carry out that process twice. So when you have your face captured, your fingerprint captured, a transaction hash already generated, which you can put on the blockchain. Once you put the hash on the blockchain, it brings out the details of the person and shows who they voted for. And you know everything about that blockchain will be based on consensus mechanism. Everyone using that application is a member of that blockchain and will also contribute in validating that transaction. which is your voting process. So if you have this kind of system, nobody would think of going to steal ballot boxes or kill people before they get elected. No. Everybody can do this thing at their own convenience, and everybody will be fine. So blockchain is applicable to different areas of life, virtually every facet of life. So the cryptocurrency aspect of blockchain is what brought about blockchain, to the knowledge of the world. But the technology itself is huge. So if we are talking about blockchain, we're not just talking about cryptocurrency. All right? We are talking about a technology that is changing the way we do everything. Everything. Most businesses are humping onto blockchain. Why? Because they want to be able to, create a more decentralized system. They want to be able to create a system where they can be able to manage their affairs more easily than just relying on a central server and a hard drive. They just want to go beyond hard drive. They want to have a system where they can access their information wherever they are without asking for permission from one particular person or the other before they gain access. So blockchain is changing everything. So if you're new to the crypto space and you want to have an idea how to solidify your foundation and build, this is the right channel for you to begin your journey. Okay? So with this training, you can learn how to predict the future price of any cryptocurrency using factors like its daily volumes, daily trade volumes, how many people are interacting with a particular pair of coins, how many people trade it in a day, what is the market capitalization, right? What is circulating supply? What are the other factors that can influence it? So when you have all these things, you can be able to inference on where the price of a particular coin is going to be. For instance, Pulse Chain was launched I think last week or thereabout. So Pulse Chain, and if you know Richard Hartz very well, you know that based on his antecedents, this guy is capable of building a very reliable ecosystem. As we speak now, Pulse Chain is still very cheap. All right. Some of us sacrificed when it was more like a sacrifice. I won't call it crowdfunding. Some of us sacrificed and we got some of the free coins. That was sometime last 2 years or thereabout. Right? So Pulse Chain, is a good one to really pick up some Pulse Chain and hold. Wake up in the next 2 years and see what it's all about. Because these guys have the ability to build that ecosystem. Okay? So you can inference, you can predict the future of a particular coin. All right? So those are what you're going to learn in Module 4. Okay? So in Module 5, we'll give you a brief introduction to NFTs. How can you trade NFTs? How can you benefit from trading NFTs? We'll take you through some NFT marketplaces and how to interact with them. We'll also teach you what we call the DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations, which is what is actually, shaking in the crypto space now, because everything is going decentralized. Communities are being created on different ecosystems. So DAOs is one of the emerging ecosystems in the crypto space where, we have developers building the ecosystem, but they just cannot make decisions without the validation of everybody using the ecosystem. So while they are building, everything is put on to vote. If they have to implement a particular DApp, they have to ask the community to vote. So based on the stake that you have in that ecosystem, you can decide, you can vote with your hash that, okay, this particular decentralized application should be implemented or it should not be implemented. And if they check at the end of the day, the highest vote is going to have it. So DAOs is a very important, technology now in the crypto space. And a lot of people have made good money through DAO in DAO ecosystems. All right. Then we have also launchpads where you can actually get coins at a more cheaper rate before it goes mainstream. So most projects, before they go mainstream, they like launching on launchpads. So when they are on launchpads, you can get the coin at a very, very low price. Very, very low price. So those who are able to get some coins on launchpads are likely going to be on more than 1,000% profits once it goes to the mainstream. So we're going to take you through different launchpads and how you can take advantage of it. We're also going to discuss with you layer 2 blockchains and their applications. Different layer 2 blockchains are springing up, like Arbitrum, and so many of them. Right? So we're going to look at layer 2 Ethereum blockchains, how they are influencing the crypto space. So when you go through module 1 to module 5 as a beginner, we believe and we know that when you get to this level, your foundation is already solid. Then from this level, you can decide to go to level 2, which is where you begin to learn how to code smart contracts, how to interact with Ethereum virtual machines, how to interact with different ecosystems, different blockchain architecture, different consensus mechanisms. You can decide to, okay, how can I build my own stuff on a blockchain? Okay, but as a beginner, this is the way to begin. When you master this module to 5, your level is already strong. Then you can be able to forge ahead into your crypto journey, right? So this is what we are doing for beginners. Okay, so if you are interested in running this course with us, you just need to go back to the WhatsApp group, all right, and indicate. Just send a message to the admin in that WhatsApp group. They're going to attend to you immediately, all right? And guess all these things I've mentioned. Guess how much it's going to cost you to be able to, get access to this? Peanuts. All right. So this is food for thought. Sometime in 2016, this came to my mind. And for some of us who know me personally, people who actually, maybe they have access to my private contact and maybe they see me on WhatsApp and all that. So if you know me personally, you would, if you've known me for the past 5-6 years, you will know that this is what I use. I know some other people have copied it, but this has been my status for 5 straight years. I purposely left it for 5 straight years and waiting for someone to counter it. But for the past 5 to 6 years, no one has ever countered this statement. And no one ever will, because it is the truth. In 2016, when I began to pay more attention into blockchain, I realized that the next set of millionaires, they will not come from the traditional oil and gas industry, all right? But they will emerge from blockchain and strategic crypto investors. And this has proven to be true over time. So everything you see about people paying more attention to fossil fuel is going to disappear very soon, all right? For some of us who didn't start the session, I said, I bought an electric car just 1 week ago, all right? And this car is so smart that, with a little amount of fuel, almost 80% I drive on electric. It just switches to normal PMS just to charge the battery automatically. So you end up spending less amount of fuel. So in 1 week, you bought fuel that is even less than $20 in a week, and you're able to drive all the whole week because of the power of what? Electric. So who is going to buy the fossil fuel? And most countries now are beginning to implement zero tax for electric cars. And if you buy a car that is hybrid, that has some atom of electric, you pay less tax than somebody who buys full, diesel engine or PMS-based engine car, right? So ask yourself, if this is happening now in 2023, what is it going to look like by 2030? So it tells you that all these things, fossil fuel chase, all right? All these things are going to be dying down. Okay, so technologies are changing the way we do things. And in the financial sector, blockchain, via cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin in particular, because Bitcoin is a yardstick in the crypto space. We can never do without Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin is the standard of the crypto space, because when Satoshi wrote this algorithm in 2008, everything he wrote still remains intact and unchanged. Everything about Bitcoin is decentralized. That is why it has been so difficult and impossible to put an end to Bitcoin. Why? Because there is no central server anywhere. If you want to stop Bitcoin trading, just shut down the whole internet in the world. All right? which is practically not possible. So Bitcoin is a symbol of decentralization. It's a pure representation of what the blockchain ecosystem is supposed to look like. There is no doubt that people have built less competitive blockchain, just to scam and just to rip people of their money. Yes, people take advantage of every good technology to rip people off. But the standard of blockchain, the standard of Bitcoin is still the same even up till today. It's not changed. And that is what you need to take advantage of. Right? So that is what it is. So what are we trying to show you in this course? We want you to be a strategic investor, not just somebody that just sees any coin and then you go buy it because they say you should buy it. Oh, they say I should buy it. It is 0.00000. It doesn't matter. That the coin is 0.00000 doesn't mean it's going to do well. It can remain at 0.0000 for the next 10 years and it's not going to move an inch. So we want you to become a strategic crypto investor. So when you gather this knowledge from module 1 to module 5, you can begin to make these decisions. You can begin to invest strategically. Because if you invest strategically, you're likely going to make money more faster than somebody who is just investing for the sake of investing, buying coins for the sake of buying coins without even knowing why he's buying them. All right? So you're going to have a better chance of making it big time. All right? Now, what is the cost of this training? Very, very cheap. The entire module we just talked about is going to cost you only $50 per month. So this session, for those who are joining our paid session, for those who are joining our paid WhatsApp platforms, we're going to have 2 sessions every week. 2 sessions, so we'll talk for 2 hours discussing these various modules. And it's going to be very interactive. Everything we are doing, you can do the same. We'll guide you. All right? So at the end of the month, just $50 until we exhaust the entire module. Right? Some of these things are given out for $50. Some of us paid thousands of dollars to learn. Not everything we are teaching you, most of the things we are teaching you, we learned from experience. But some of us have paid thousands of dollars for blockchain courses for years, right? But we understand for most beginners, finance is a challenge, but they are really very much interested in understanding this technology and how to make meaning out of it. So with 50 USD a month, you can participate in our weekly training. Trust me, your foundation is going to be very strong after these modules, after these sessions. All right? So all you need to do is the payment channels is going to be available for those from Nigeria. We have payment channels for you. Those from Ghana, we have payment channels for you. Those from other parts of Africa, we have payment channels for you, and people from other parts of the world as well. Okay, there's even option for crypto payment. You can pay with USDT, you can pay with BTC. Once you just pay, just send a screenshot of your payment to us. You can send it to the admin on that WhatsApp. Immediately, they're going to add you to the paid group, and you're going to start the course. And you're going to get access to all the materials you need to be able to begin this course, right? So that is all it's going to cost you for all these modules. How do you enroll? You simply join our WhatsApp group to view our payment options for this course. You can also contact the admin on the WhatsApp payment details, okay? So after payment, simply send your deposit slip or message. You can send it to our email, or you simply upload the slip to the admin on the WhatsApp group. So upon completion of payment, you will be added to our paid membership group to begin your training. All right? So this is a journey, and if I were you, I would take advantage of it. It's not going to be available forever. Yeah, someone is saying good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too, bro. Good afternoon to you too. Yeah, so that is what that is the procedure for you to join this beginner session. All right. So if you're a pure beginner and the whole thing has been confusing for you. You've heard Bitcoin, you've heard Ethereum, but you don't know what it is. You don't know how to take advantage of it. You've just been sitting there and you just don't know. You've watched YouTube videos and the dots are not connecting because they are, you just need this course. You just need to begin your journey. There's a journey in the crypto space. Yeah, the amount is only $50. $50 can be interpreted in Naira. I think it's about 40,000 Naira. In GHS, it's about 500 cedis. In what do we call it? In Kenyan shillings, it could be any amount, guys. So, but we have payment system for those from Nigeria, those from Ghana, and those from other African countries. We're going to send you that payment link. Hopefully, before the end of the day, you're going to be able to pay. But just indicate to the admin. We want to see those that are serious in starting this course. Just indicate to the admin on the WhatsApp group that you are interested. All right, and we'll take care of it from there. Okay, the admin is going to attend to you, guide you, and you make your $50 payment, and you begin your journey. It's a journey, guys. You begin your journey. Okay, Mr. Dominic, I hope you have access to the WhatsApp group. Somebody said, how long will the beginner's course take? Yes, like I said, based on these modules, God willing, you can finish one module or two modules within a week, So it all depends on the pace of learning of the students, okay? But the payment has been stationed to be per month, okay? But it's not supposed to last more than 1 month, But we don't want to also be so fast so that people will not grasp everything they need to grasp. Okay, so we are doing our very best to put everything into 4 weeks. Okay, but at the same time, we have students who don't grasp everything, so you don't have to, bombard them too much. If not, you will just be talking. And though there's also going to be, for every person who join our training session, you are going to have lifetime access on our learning portal. Okay, you're going to have lifetime access on our learning portal. Okay. So that is assured for you. You join our training. So that interaction continues. It's not like this is a community. This is a lifetime journey, guys. So the blockchain community is a lifetime community. You continue to benefit even after your training. You continue to get insights, get updates. Okay, because in the crypto space, it's all about getting the right updates. If you get the right updates, make the decision. It's very important. You make that decision. Few weeks from then, 2 weeks from then, 3 weeks from then, you see results, man. All right, so that is how the crypto space works. Okay, so it's a community. Nobody's throwing you out after your training. No, we just want to give you that foundation so that you can have that, that basis to be able to understand what this space is all about. Right? So just chat the admin on the WhatsApp group, and they're going to take care of you. All right? Just indicate that you're interested. Okay. So you can also contact us. You can use this email address, info@jekscryptoacademy.com, or you go to the website as well. Okay, the website is still under construction, but hopefully very soon it's going to be completed. All right. So that is where we're going to be drawing the curtains today. But I hope you've been able to learn a lot. For those who are just beginning, you've seen that what Jeks Crypto Academy has packaged for you is what you need to begin your journey. And if you go to some other places, what we're going to teach you is based on real-time experience. All right, so it's more of practical. Everything that you've seen in those modules, from module 1 to module 5, it's going to be based on live, real-time trading, real-time practical. You'll see everything real-time. You can go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We share updates there daily, basic updates. All right, we don't do training there, but we share basic updates in crypto space. Then follow us on Facebook as well, using that link. You can also follow us on Twitter. Right, so all this is going to be dropped on the WhatsApp group, so you can take advantage of it. So guys, at this juncture, we're going to be drawing the curtain for this session, and I hope you've learned something new, and I hope it's been very interactive